What if nobody notices you have been disappearing slowly and nobody has said anything? Not in a dramatic way. Not in a way that would be easy to explain to someone else. Just pulling back a little. Showing up a little less. Going quieter in the group chat. Skipping the things you used to go to. And waiting in the back of your mind to see if anyone would notice. If anyone would reach out. If anyone would say, "We haven't heard from you. Where did you go? Are you okay?" And the silence that came back was louder than you expected. Maybe that silence confirmed something you were already afraid of, that your presence in people's lives is more optional than you thought. That if you disappeared completely, the gap would close quickly and quietly, and the world would continue without any real interruption. That fear has a name, and it is one of the loneliest feelings a person can carry, because it is too fragile to say out loud and too heavy to carry alone. This reflection is for that fear, and I want you to stay, because what I am about to say matters. Seen by the one who counts, Hagar was a woman who had no power, no status, no one to advocate for her. She had been used, discarded, and sent away into the wilderness with nothing. And she sat down beside a spring and wept, certain, in the way only the truly abandoned can be certain, that she was invisible, and God found her there. Not an angel passing by, not a coincidence. God specifically, deliberately, by name, found her in the wilderness and spoke to her. And she gave him a name no one had ever used before. She called him El Roi, the God who sees me, not the God who sees people in general. The God who sees me, the specific, overlooked, discarded, alone in the wilderness me. That name was not recorded in Scripture by accident. It was preserved for you for this moment, for the fear you are carrying that is too fragile to say out loud. He sees you, not as a general category of struggling person. You, by name, by situation, by the specific shape of your loneliness, and the exact weight of what you are carrying, you have not disappeared from his sight. You were never even close to the edges of it. If you are still here, if something in this reflection is meeting you somewhere, real, I want to ask you for something small. Hit the like button. It takes 1 second. And for this channel, every like is what tells the algorithm to show this to someone else who is sitting in the same fear you are in right now. Someone who needs to hear that they are seen. You could be the reason they find this today. 1 tap. And if Whisper of Grace has been a place you come back to, subscribe. Turn on notifications. New reflections come every single week for exactly these moments, the ones God keeps finding throughout Scripture. God has a pattern of going after the ones everyone else overlooked. The youngest son, passed over by his own father, chosen by God. The woman at the well, avoided by her entire community, sought out specifically by Jesus. The one lost sheep, left behind while 99 were safe. And the shepherd who left the 99 to go after that one not as an afterthought, not out of obligation, with the specific, focused, relentless attention of someone for whom that one matters in a way that cannot be diluted by the presence of all the others. You are not too small to be found. You are not too quiet to be heard. You are not too ordinary, too unimpressive, too far from the center of things to be worth the search. Reformed theology teaches that God's election is particular. He does not love in vague generalities. He loves specific people with specific knowledge of who they are in specific seasons of their lives. His love for you is not a portion of a general affection. It is directed. It is personal. It has your name on it. You are not optional to him. You never were. What the silence of people cannot touch, the silence you got back. When you pulled away and no one reached out, that silence is real. It hurt for a reason. Human community is imperfect, and the gaps in it are real, and they cost something. But that silence is not the final word on your worth. It is not evidence that you are forgettable. It is not proof that disappearing would go unnoticed by the one who matters most. God noticed when you pulled back. God noticed the quiet. God noticed the waiting and the hurt and the fear underneath the question you didn't say out loud. He always notices. He has never once looked away. Before I close, if you know someone who has gone quiet lately, someone who's been pulling back and you haven't quite known what to say, share this with them. Just send it. No explanation needed. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is show someone that someone noticed. And if this is the kind of reflection you want more of, subscribe to Whisper of Grace. This channel exists for the ones who feel invisible. Every week, a new reminder that they are not. You are seen. You have not disappeared from God's sight. Not today, not in this season, not ever. LOI. The God who sees has his eyes on you right now. In the pulling back, in the waiting, in the fear that your absence would go unnoticed, it did not go unnoticed. It never could. You are seen. You are known. You are held by a love that does not require your visibility to remain real, and you are not as forgotten as you feel. With grace, Whisper of Grace.